Hey guys, I am recording a meeting by myself without everybody in the background, so hopefully y'all can get this information without having to be into my classes. Let me put this right here. Okay, this class is about getting your boutique license in Ohio. You do not have to pay any money. You do not have to get any schooling. You do not have to get any classes. It is very simple to do. This license is basically like the CNA license that allows you to go in and start helping people until you're state tested. Other than it does not require any type of state testing. If you do want to advance into the cosmetology world or the hair braiding world, or the makeup artistry world where they do estheticians and all that with the face and everything, that is something totally different. You have to actually go into those licensing if you want to be an esthetician. But this one actually takes care of braiding, threading, which is doing sew-ins, shampooing, or makeup artistry. Each one of the license, you have to fill out an application for each individual one. You cannot put it all on one paper. And I'm going to go over that with y'all real quick. So I'm going to do a share screen so y'all can see everything I'm seeing. Okay, so now y'all see everything I see. We're going to go into the ohio.cos, well, cos.ohio.gov is the page you're going to get and download the application off of and the instructions. So I'm going to go load into that right now, .ohio.gov. Now, if you're doing this on your cell phone, you're only going to see business, individual, and the licensing renewal. You won't see the top parts in there. Now, if you do want to hit any of these, like the top here, they're on the cell phone. There'll be three little lines, and it will go in detail what things that I'm touching right now. But if you're on your cell phone, just hit individual. Here, I'm going to hit forms and application. And then there's the individual licensing as well. On this page, you need two things. Now, they go into doing this online. If you wanted to apply online, they give you more instructions, a little video of how to do it. I've always, when I'm sending people's application in, when they do my full class on the background of the disinfectant, sanitation, the state board laws, when I do that class, I do sign off for you to get a boutique license if you did want to take some type of training class on the boutique license. The class, actually, I have two. One goes into exactly what you're doing, if it's braiding or if it's sew-ins. I don't usually get into too many braids. Can I do a lot of the different techniques in braids? Yes. Braids also include locking, adding locks, okay, let me go here. So we're going to go to how to apply for the boutique license. If you didn't want to go through the videos and stuff like that, how to apply, it sits there and brings you right back to COS of Ohio. It tells you exactly what I went through, forms and applications, individual, and you're going to print out the boutique affidavit form. This would be the page. If you click here, this is you being able to do it online, doing the whole application form online. The only thing that you would actually need is the salon that you're going into, the address, and the salon licensing information and their phone number. So you're basically going to get hired before you even start getting this boutique license, or somebody at the salon is trying to take you through their intern program on how they train their stylists. A lot of people in this area don't have that going on. I do. So if you want to take my class, it is available for that. Driver's license, if you don't have a driver's license, any type of state ID, printed picture license of work, and you only have to have 10th grade completion. You do not have to be a 12th grade licensee, graduate. With the cosmetology, if you wanted the advanced license or the advanced license for braiding, any type of advanced license, which used to be our manager license, now you have to have either a GED or a diploma to even get those licensings. And those licenses is the one that allows you to operate your own salon. Or if it is not your salon, your own independent station. Those licenses allow you to go independent. As a boutique licensing, you will not be able to be independent. As one part I'm going to be asking. Now, on the bottom here, you see Sandra Lee. She's a person that you would contact with any type of question. She usually get back to you in 24 hours. I love her. And I do tip and tap one question and might reoccur another question. And we just be going back and forth with emails, back and forth. The one question I will be asking her is that now you can, I'm not sure if a boutique licensing can open up a boutique salon. But they do have a boutique salon license. The boutique salon license does not remove them from being a salon. The things that establish you as a salon still has to be there. But I'm not sure if a boutique licensee can actually open up their own salon. I think a cosmetologist, but I'm going to be asking Sandra. So next time y'all get this meeting or y'all see me updating the meeting, it's because that I got that answer. I'm going to come out of here real quick and go back to licensing. And the second part that you will be downloading will be the boutique service registration affidavit. That is a boutique affidavit they were just talking about on the last page. This paper here can be filled out by formal training. So if you went to school at any time and took some type of schooling to get a cosmetology license and you just didn't even finish school, the school can actually fill out this for you just by having any type of formal training, or an apprentice salon can fill this out, or your mom. Your mom is the person that knows that you've been braiding for over 16 months. She can fill this out. Be aware that it says select only one. Again, I said this application is for one thing only. So you can fill out one checking the braiding license. You will have to fill out another one, getting it notarized as well to get the braiding or the shampooing or the makeup artistry. This license, as far as I know of, can only be used in a boutique salon or a salon, not a barbershop. So if the barbershop is stating, oh yeah, we would love to hire you to do braids and locks on the guys, if that chair is not licensed as a salon, the chair can be licensed as a salon. The whole place don't have to be licensed as a salon. The chair itself can be a salon. And they have another stylist or something with a manager that makes it a salon as well. As far as I know, that's how you would connect the two licenses if you were being in the barbershop. Now, even though you're not allowed into a barbershop so far with this license to work, the barber or the cosmetology state board can come into the salon and cite you. They're joined together now. So if Mr. Price come in, this is for Youngstown. I know Mr. Price, that's our barber board man. He comes in, he opens all your drawers and look at your equipment. He can actually do it. Or the state board lady, she can come in and she can cite you as well. Now, the thing that changes with you getting citations is that state board, you are considered an employee. The person is actually supposed to have you do the W-2 hiring form. And they're supposed to take out your taxes, either hiring you hourly or commission. The salon also needs to have an EIN number stating they are a business. If they don't, that license, if you try to do it online, it asks all those type of questions. But really it asks you the name of the salon. So when they come in that shop, if state board asks the owner who you are, and you say I have a boutique license, they look at your license. It's supposed to be on the wall. And they go back to the owner and ask him where is his EIN number. He can be cited $500. Anything that you do that's inappropriate, even though you didn't have to go through any of the schooling, you are still responsible for everything that happens in that salon. So if you're not a sanitary person, so sorry to stop that. What I did was I went back into forms and I went to laws and rules. If you go down to infectious control and hit faculty and infection control, I actually go over this paper intensively on how you do it daily with one of your customers on how you supposed to respond. This is the page that is in the salon on the wall somewhere in the salon to make sure that you do these things appropriately on a day-to-day basis. Here, it will say, let's see, disinfectants. When we get down to disinfectants and body fluids, all uses, non-porous equipment shall first be cleaned with warm soap and detergent water of dirt and debris on bodily fluids. Um, Porous situation. Let me explain the porous. Your Most people that braid, they have this little display thing that they can hook all the hair on, and it's wood. That is a porous station. That the little display thing that you could put all your hair on, so you can just grab it very easily, is porous because it's made of all wood. If you were to touch it with some oil on your hand, it'll be stained permanently. It's going to saturate itself into the wood, and that's why we're not allowed to use wood surfaces more than once. If you have this contraption in your salon and you are using it, it needs to be sprayed with some type of paint. So you can use a spray paint, or you can use a rubberizing spray paint to spray your unit down so it can actually be wiped off with soap and water each use. Let me tell you how important this is. I also tell people to look at the bag of hair when people order bundles hair. Look at the hair, spread it up before you even open the bag. I have been a person that one of my customers bought some hair. She just had it to the side all this time. When we opened the hair, I usually open it, threw it on my station, and it was full of bugs. It had lice in it. So I tell people that is another reason why they ask you to shampoo the hair, because it can have all type of stuff in there. But once it hit that station, everything that was on my station basically had to be pulled off, wiped off. Anything that sucked it up, towels, stuff like that, had to be removed, and my whole station had to be clean. Another thing, your station is supposed to be fully cleaned off of all products and or equipment and sanitized. This also includes your chair. It's supposed to be sprayed down with disinfectant, and the bottom is supposed to be shiny at all times. There should not be hair on the floor. If stay board comes in, you'll usually see a lot of people getting to work and fixing up stuff in the salon because they know where they had broke the rules at and what state board is going to be looking at. I actually trained this page and how to do it on a day-to-day basis. They also have something on here for blood spills. Blood spills are supposed to be, you're supposed to use a tuberculocidal, and sometimes they'll also allow you to use bleach, but bleach and tuberculocidal should be in the salon, as well as barbicide. Now, if you want tuberculocidal, they have a barbicide that's called Barbicidal Plus. This is for blood spills. If you were to break your customer's skin in any type of way, anything in any type of tissue, if you leave it on your station, you automatically contaminated the station. You have to stop, sanitize with the blood spill stuff, and get everything cleaned up before you can even go to the next thing. So if you actually break anybody's skin, ask them for the tuberculocidal, which is also known as Barbicide Plus, and clean up your station. Where the station, let me explain to you what the station is. If you are braiding, we can't braid with a comb in our hand. But if you put that comb down on the station and then pick it up, you have also just stated that the comb is dirty and contaminated and you can't pick it up. Now, have you seen stylists do this before? Yes. Are they actually allowed to? No. But a lot of times, wherever they can get that fast service and get it done, they will break the law. If the comb hits the floor, it's a dead comb. You're not even supposed to pick it up without, if you do pick it up off the floor, you're supposed to sanitize your hands. Before each and every customer, you're supposed to sanitize your hands. Double bagging, which they got in the infectious spilling over here on the left at the top. Double bagging is if somebody did nick their hand or whatever, I will put the tissue that had all the blood in this bag, and the double bag will be putting it in a trash can. So if this would be a bag and the trash can be called the second bag. That's how we actually get rid of things like that. If you do use a wood stick, it can only be used once. I know a lot of people have seen wood sticks in people's waxer. Let me tell you what has happened. The reason this has always been a law that wood stick was only supposed to be used once. So I dipped the wood stick in wax and I put it on a girl's eyebrows. Well, just so happened that wax goes eyebrows, lip, and chin. A lot of times, if somebody has a bump or a hair bump or a cold sore and you don't even know it's there and you wax that lip and you double dip, you have just contaminated the whole wax container by double dipping. If there's herpes on her lip and you don't even know, and you throw it back into that wax is heated up. It's going to heat that bacteria on 100. And every time you do somebody's eyebrows or whatever, they're going to be like, I had a little breakout. I think I was allergic. When you might have just put herpes on their eyebrows because it is contagious and it can't be moved. And the fact that the waxer stays warm, it ain't doing nothing but cooking whatever you done double dipped over and over again. So the sticks, the double dipping, that is actually not allowed in the salon. And I'm just giving you an example. I know you're not going to be able to do waxing, but I was just explaining the double dipping situation. Tiles, equipment, manufacturing of the equipment. The owner manufacturer of each type of equipment, your blow dryer, let me think of what other type of equipment you might use, your clippers, anything that you use, the manufacturer book is supposed to be in a salon on how you clean it properly. So that's supposed to be there. So be mindful. Don't throw your equipment manuals away. Put them in a salon. Put them in a book so you could just have your book with you and keep it updated. You're also supposed to have a material safety data sheet. Material safety data sheet is about the products that you use in a salon. So I'm going to, if you're not familiar on how to get the material safety data sheet, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all how I get mine. I actually deal with Nairobi. Roby material safety data sheet. Don't blow it. Materials. Safety data sheet. MSDS sheet. And it should come up. This is their Nairobi Professional. This is the product line that I like to use as far as my relaxer system. And on the side, it has a breakdown of each and every one of their products, the manufacturer information. I'm going to go through the neutralizing shampoo. This product, if somebody in your shop was to go call the ambulance because they done had a breakout, if they're allergic to shellfish, some conditioners might have shellfish in it. I've had a person that was allergic to copper, and two of my conditioners had copper in it. So we were not able to use that product. And looking at this list, it basically gives you all the information that you're going to need about this product. The biggest thing I want y'all to notice, like most people here, is all the ingredients and then broken down from the highest level to the bottom level. At the top here, it tells you if there's anything that's unstable in it. So like say if it was made with some active ingredient that is a medication inside of it, it'd be listed here. If there's any hazards, what happened if it got into your eyes, what to do. The part that drove me nuts and stopped me from actually using the neutralizer of this system was this part. Signs of symptoms and exposures. OSHA, which is OSHA, Hazardous Communication Standard. This product has been is an untested mixture. So they're not sure if it's at the level that it's supposed to be as far as a neutralizer. They don't know. They have not tested this product. They don't know anything else to tell me about this product because this product has not went through OSHA. It is untested materials. The biggest thing was the targeted organs that this shampoo, this is just the neutralizing shampoo. And the reason I want to say this is so many people that when they get it relaxer and they do it to themselves at home, they might get another bottle of neutralizer because they know that little bottle is not enough. And they start using the neutralizing shampoo as a basic daily shampoo. This says that this shampoo being abused can cause kidney, liver damage. So if your customer has cancer or going through any type of dialysis or whatever, and they're getting a relaxer, this neutralizing shampoo is also a problem for them as well. So this would be something that you would want to know about the products that you're using to make sure that your customer is using the best in products and they're going to get what they need from it and not any other issues. I went over the material safety data sheet. Let me go into some laws. The law writer for Ohio Administration Code, you can go in here and it'll tell you all the laws for us to open a school building. If you wanted to open a school package, what's all needed for the school. I'm going to go back. If you wanted to open a salon, if you wanted to get exams, if you wanted to just get a beauty salon license, these are all the things you will find in the administrative code. Now I got one more I want to do. Infectious control, I went over that. Hand hygiene. Okay. Now let me do this one. Okay, I'm gonna go over a little bit of this money. As a commission stylist or hourly stylist, which I actually prefer commission, it gives you way more power. It gives you more flexibility instead of hourly. Hourly is set, like if you ain't got no clientele and you know you're gonna have to sit there for 8 or so hours, it's something to just subside the price that you're paying until the clientele is gained. So be mindful of that one. Here on the money, I sit there and say the $50 sewing actually train is sewing for it to be completed in an hour. So if your sewing actually took you 2 hours and you were only making 50% of the money, you would only take $25 home. Now, what actually is supposed to happen out of that $25, they're also supposed to take at least 22% for the taxes to pay for your taxes because you're supposed to get a W-2 at the end of the year. Another thing I always want to say, even when you're doing a sale, if the salon gives you the flexibility to make your own clientele, to make your own prices, don't go undercut your customer with product because after the long haul, it's going to be a difference in the hair. So I done have stylists, they work with me, they're on booth rent. We all decided to do a sale. And instead of giving the customer the best in products so the customer even be able to tell that there's a difference in services, they went to the Dollar Tree and wanted to use the shampoo and conditioner from there. So the customer wasn't fully satisfied. So you weren't able to sell the customer fully because you did not use everything to your flexibility. Like I will use my best products because I already know what I'm gonna get from this. And once I use this, the customer is gonna see that they didn't got over and see that the product is worth the price. The service is worth the price. So I might lose 2 or 3 after the sale is over, but that one person is gonna stay and my regular prices will subside me losing the 2 and 3. As a booth renter, the difference between booth rent and commission. With booth rent, you make your own hours, you buy your own product, your own tiles, you book your own clients, you are liable for your liability insurance and any and all other insurances. You get a 1099 at the end of the year. So if my booth rent is $100 a week, at the end of the year, he's going to give me a 1099 saying I paid $5,200 in booth rent. And I can use that along with my taxes as a receipt of me what I pay. I pay my own self-employment taxes. I turn my own tips in, and I have to have an independent contractor's license as well as an advanced license. The advanced license is a manager's license. I had to have 12th grade completion. You can go to school 18 hours to get a manager's license, or you can go to school for 1,500 hours in cosmetology, work a year as an employee, and then obtain go back, take a test, and then get your advanced contractors. And that fact, it might be some changes even with the advanced contractors because now you have to even take a test for the instructors. And I didn't have to take any tests for me to be an instructor. Test for the barbers was always there, but there was never a test for the instructor's license. Now it is. With the commission, you are basically going to work 35 to 40 hours. Some places do hire part-time. I'm going to tell you how part-time works best. If the salon is open 8 to 9 o'clock at night, and you want to work your other job and then get off work at 4 and then do hair in the salon until 9 o'clock, it works perfectly. If this salon does not do, if they're in and out, basic blueprint, in and out of the shop, there's only going to be 1 or 3 people that stay till 9. I don't know. It's kind of hard for you to build a part-time when the owner is not even available, stating that the shop is open until 9. So that's going to be pretty hard for you there. You get commission retail. If there's a retail, usually, and they selling their own products, be it online or in the store, usually they offer their commission stylists additional commission on selling products. So don't be scared of the upsell. This is another reason for learning, for getting product knowledge. The salon is supposed to give you promotional material like business cards, flyers, any sales that they're already doing. They're supposed to promote your specialty. So if you're doing braids, most likely there's not another person that does braids. So they always tell people that you're there doing braids. They should offer you training, advanced techniques and skills. They should get you exposure. You're an employee. The more exposure they get, the more money they can make. But don't sit there and think that this is your only spot. Get in school, do the part-time at the shop, and then become your own independent person. They usually book your clients for you. They give you product knowledge, and you're supposed to receive a W-2. Responsibilities. Both are responsible for cleaning, discharging, and sanitizing of their station, drawers, and disinfecting. Your trash should have a lid on it. It should be empty every day. This is not, we don't have people that come in a salon and clean up the salon, because the state board regulations itself basically states that you're supposed to clean up your station and you're supposed to clean up your surroundings. The floor is supposed to be swept. The bottom is supposed to be shining at all times. Your station should be clear of all products. So the only thing that the salon basically does do is empty the main trash to put it on the street or in the, and even this, you're responsible for putting in the dumpster and having the salon mopped. All that other stuff going into your station, going into your cabinets, that's all you. In your station, in each one of your drawers, the packages that come with your shoes to keep them fresh or come in your weave. Each one of your booths, each one of your drawers or your cabinets is supposed to have something like that in there, infusing it to keep everything sanitized before using it. When you use it and it's dirty, it's supposed to go in a container that is labeled dirty. It's clean in another container, and then the barbicide should say barbicide. That's what's in it. And you rinse that off and you clean it and you store it for it to dry. A lot of times, if you not a person that's going to be at the shop in the morning, leaving your combs out on a towel to dry is improper. They're supposed to be in a closed container drying even then, so they don't get anything on them, or in a drawer. But always keep your stuff covered up, no matter what it is, no matter what you're doing. Keep everything separated. You're not allowed. I know y'all have seen people with the hair clips on their cape or whatever. It's not allowed. You have to have your feet totally covered. The hair that you work in can actually go into your skin, go into your bloodstream, or be into your feet, and you be pulling blonde hair out of your feet like pricking it, because when we cut it, it's so fine that it can go into our skin. So sandals, even though you see your stylist with them and she's so cute with her toes, we're not even allowed to wear sandals. I go in a deep concentrate on things that we're not allowed to have, where you can find it, that it's never been allowed, so you don't get the bad habits that you've seen other stylists do. Now, 50% of your money, and let's say I'm going to say a $50 sew-in. The $50 sew-in, you're going to make half of that. So it's $25 you're going to take home. If it takes you 2 hours, that's $12.50. If it takes you 3 hours, you roughly about $8 an hour. Mind you that at the end of that week, she's still supposed to take 22% off of your income for her to even set aside for your taxes. Client always. I'm gonna go through this one because a lot of times people don't know. One thing for sure, you see how I like to talk, and I'm talking a lot. Y'all gonna need to learn how to talk. You're gonna sit your customer down. You're gonna every time, and no matter who walk in that door, you want to tell them who you are and why you're there. You're not just a customer chilling. Hey, I'm Nicole. I'm the braider. I know you're getting your hair done by Curtis, but I just want to let you know that I'm here for to service you or any of your children. Yeah, and I do all types of hair. And you can start showing them pictures while they sitting there waiting for their customer. No, I mean, a real hustler ain't going to be bothered by you talking to their customer about your services because that's something that they don't usually do anyway, especially in braids. I ain't trying to do no braids. I don't want to do no micros for no $150 and then take 8 hours to do you. That's about 100, $100, 8 hours. That's like eight something an hour. For all that, I'd rather do a shampoo, blow dry, curl for $10. I get them done in an hour, and that's like I could be in and out done in an hour. So if I wanted to lower my services, I basically took advantage of timing. The reason why I took advantage of time is because most people ain't fast, and that's one of the things that people say in a salon when they go, I was there all day. So I took it up on myself to learn how to get my customers in and out. And that I do that by an a la carte menu. A la carte means that the sew-in is $50. That's me installing a sew-in. But if they want me to shampoo, decondition, and blow dry their hair, it's an additional cost because it's more time taken away from it. I wanted to lower my prices to the fact that I made $45 to $50 an hour um, with one service. And I do my sales Tuesdays and Wednesdays because most salons, if they've been working for a long time, over 20 some years, they usually only want to work Wednesday through Saturday. Some work Thursday through Saturday. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays is all new money. And if the customer had the chance or the choice, they usually want to get their hair done on the weekend. It's like I'm going out, I'm doing this, I'm going to see family. So the weekend is automatically, I know I'm going to see 3 or 4 people. When Tuesday and Wednesday, I would love to just see 3 or 4 and be out of there with $200. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I figured my stuff out. If you want to learn the sew-in technique that gets you done in an hour, and my sew-in does last, it can last for 3 months, but I've educated my clients that we do not let anything stay in our head for 3 months because we wouldn't wear the same panties even if we was washing them every night. We wouldn't do that. So I teach that every 2 to 3 weeks, and you see this one. I say it right here. Reschedule your customers every 2 to 3 weeks. You shouldn't even feel bad about this at all. Your customer should be doing some type of maintenance to her hair within 2 or 3 weeks. She has not. She sweated in her head. She did all types of stuff, and then all those things are with her washing her butt. She has not washed her hair. So if you got an issue with saying, hey, when can we reschedule you? 2 to 3 weeks. And if they're not rescheduling, that means they're doing some type of maintenance at home. And you should be able to upsell the retail products which you commission from. You should also sanitize your hands before the customer. You should always drape your customer. Your station should be fully disinfected. Pull everything off your station, spray it down, and the chair. Now, let me tell you, I had never ever disinfected my chair until I moved. I moved to Texas and was doing license in Texas, was doing hair in Texas. And when people got up, they had them booty shorts on. The chair was then sweaty. Nobody wanted to sit in somebody else's sweating because they couldn't tell if it was sweat, if it was pee, if it was her butt leaking. We don't know. We don't know. So we automatically disinfected the chairs because that spray is, I mean, that smell is going to be there at some time. It might not come now, but if everybody's sweaty butt just hit the chair, it's going to be a lot. And in Texas, you can get sitting the wrong person's sweat on the chair, you can get an infection. So on your legs. So we sanitize it. Wood products, sticks, or whatever, spray it down with some type of paint or rubber surface so it can be non-porous. Analyze the wig before you open it because remember I told you you can't have bugs in it. Ask for Ask the customer if you can post their picture of their services on phone. That is really important because if you post a picture and they didn't like it of themselves, they're gonna hit you up and be like, take that down. I didn't want that put up. Also, advertise if you can post the service with the picture. A lot of people don't want folks to know they just got a full head of weave. You might be able to post a picture saying she got cute and beautiful, but they don't want you to post that she got a whole full head of weave. Just understand that. So ask. Another thing with kids, anybody under the age of 18, this might not apply to you, but understand that if you pull their edges out because grandma brought them to you all summer and she didn't really keep it up, when they get back to their mama or whatever, they can actually call you lawfully and ask you what you had did to their child's head. Um, and even after that, say that it caused whatever issue and lawfully you'll be responsible because they mama, the person that has the parental rights, didn't say put braids in their hair. So be aware of it. Get a written permit, written consent. Just because grandma brought them in there and grandma was paying for it, or daddy brought them in there and daddy was paying for it, don't mean that lawfully you can actually do it without the consent of the custodial parent. Now, if they have joint custody, that's all between them. But if they have joint parental, that's all between them. But if they don't, and you go doing something and something happens, you can get a call 3 months from now and they go to court and the court says until her edges come back, you're responsible for whatever cost that she got to take her to this other salon because she can prove her baby had whatever edges, you be responsible. For me, I learned this when I'm telling my stylist about relaxers because you are chemically changing the style. I'm not allowed to cut their hair off. Like a little boy comes in the salon and his daddy wants his hair cut off because he looked like a little boy and he's tired of him looking like a little boy. Daddy does not have custodial rights. Daddy can't get the little boy's hair cut off. Daddy's paying for the hair, goes ahead and get it cut off. The mother can charge you for however long it takes to grow that hair back in the way it was as the stylist because you did not have the custodial rights. So if you don't want to get into that nonsense, make sure you ask who's the original parent and if they can get a paper stating they don't mind braids being put into their daughter's head. The 35-60, this is my rule, I made it up. What it is even though you're working only 35 hours as a stylist, the other remaining hours that most people put into their business, you have to be that person too, especially if you want this to be something that you really obtain. I've been able to do hair for the last 26 years with no second job, taking care of 4 children without a dope dealer baby daddy, just to tell y'all. So not one of them is a dope dealer and not one of them, well, the last one, he helped me out a lot, but the other 2, I have not been helped with them children whatsoever. And I was able to provide that and own my own couple salons, move across the country a couple times to open salons. And I've been blessed to do that. So can you do this and take care of your family? Yes. Can you do this and be able to do things that you ain't never thought possible? Yes, especially if you give it your all and every day from the day. The basic thing I can tell you with this is to learn a skill, learn it as fast as you can possibly do it, and learn to do it like that over and over and over again. It's like making the McDonald's burger or French fries. No matter what McDonald's you go to, it's going to be that same French fries and it's going to be them same hamburgers. So hone your skill in that it ain't different from the next person to the next person, even if their hair is thin or fine or thick or whatever, that you can hone that in. I've had the blessing of training Curtis Jones, and Maurice Gooch. And those, I'm only saying their name because y'all rank them as top running stylists in this area. And I have been blessed to deal with them at the beginning of their cycle of even doing hair. I'm gonna get out of this video right now because I think I've been on here too long. I appreciate y'all taking the time to become braiders. I would love to work with you one-on-one. I would love to have you on one of my live classes where you get to watch me do one of my services. My first live class I'm going to be doing, you'll be there to be able to question me more and more. I'm going to go over I always go over disinfectant, the laws, state board laws. I go over at least a half hour of that every time so y'all can be understanding of when we're doing, even though we're doing hair and this is my talent, the other talents that have to go along with it for you not to be state board fined, for you to have longevity in this business. And mind you, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. This industry does not stop with just hair. It is fashion, it is clothes, it is persona. You can do celebrities' hair. I've been blessed to do Rashida's hair from Love of Hip Hop. I've been blessed to do Sugar Free. I might not know them. I've been blessed to do James Brown's hair. I've braided what's his name? The one that just peed on people. R. Kelly. I've braided R. Kelly's hair. I've curled Sugar Free. I've done Glenn off of Travis Porter. I've cut his hair. So it doesn't have to limit you. Even though that you're here in Youngstown, you can be able to take this license. Well, not the boutique license, not unless they okay y'all in for the Ricona, but hopefully you want to grow in this industry. And if you want to grow and if you want to get some more technical skills, if you want to get more education, if you want to make your skills faster, learn some quick cheating techniques on how to get the customer in and out. That was my biggest thing. Like most back in the day, it's either, oh, she had to stop to eat, or I was in the shop too long. So now I can schedule somebody an hour set apart and know I'm going to get them out of there. My biggest thing now is when they want to schedule, like, oh, I just want you to shampoo it. And I did not schedule the shampoo in for the time. That's usually when I get backed up or something like that. And I wear them. Oh, girl, you did not schedule for a shampoo and you about to monkey up the whole book. Oh, well, I'm fast, but you know. Well, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Hopefully y'all are blessed in the endeavors and hair. I want y'all to succeed. I want y'all to be blessed in this industry. I want y'all to go further in this industry because I can't do hair forever. And I would love to be an elderly stylist in your shop. So somebody got to open up a shop. Yeah. Thank you so much. And y'all stay tuned. Where did I do? Okay.